Welcome, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Today is Thursday, November 25th. My name is Sue Sanders, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Missouri, and I welcome you all to this recorded video. I am going to show you some new products that are going to be available here in January. I can't believe we're almost all done with 2023. It's just amazing to me that the year has gone by so quickly. Um, so, like I said, my name is Sue Sanders, and this is Suzie Q Stamping. So, I welcome you, whether you're watching on my Facebook page or you are watching on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel, Suzie Q Stamping. Join my Facebook page. I would love to have you. Oh, so excited because today I'm going to get to show you some brand new products that you will be able to order in January. Plus, we have our Sale-A-Bration brochure coming out as well. If you have ordered from me in the last 12 months, you will receive your mini catalog and your brochure in the mail. I did that earlier this week. I sent out all of my customers that have ordered from me so that they can get their free catalog or their catalog, and yes, it is free, in December when they start mailing out from Stampin' Up. So let me know again when you get that catalog so that if you don't receive it, I can find out what's wrong. Well, let's just jump right in today. I am so lucky because I don't have to do any cooking for Thanksgiving. Yay! I've done it for many, many years. And um, the last couple of years since my dad passed away, Thanksgiving just hasn't been Thanksgiving. So we do things a little bit different. Sometimes we go out and we eat at one of the local um, community centers that is offering a meal, and then we give a donation to that organization. But this year, my husband is making turkey pot pie. So I did stay up late last night and I went ahead and I roasted my turkey breast so that it would all be ready for him this morning. So let's jump right in and I'm going to show you one of the mega sweets that we have that we're going to offer. And this is called the Perennial Lavender Sweet Collection. Oh, I'm telling you, this is just beautiful. The paper is beautiful. The stamps are beautiful. It comes with 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets. So this one here is the first one, and it's called Perennial Postage. I love the greetings, and I love how they mix the different fonts. That's becoming a really big thing, I think. So these are just really nice. It says, "Here for you always. I know you will get through this. Sending love and best wishes. Thank you for your friendship. You are loved beyond measure. You're simply marvelous. Big hugs. Happy Mother's Day. You mean the world to me, and I can't thank you enough." So this is a red rubber stamp set. And then the dies that go with this, they are simply amazing, and they can be used for so many different cards. They look like postage stamps. And they even have this one little one here that has a little butterfly in the center of it. And this is like the postmark that you can't, the letter cancellation postmark. So that is really cool. I can't wait to play with this set. It does have some, oh yes, little tag punches that you can punch out holes for these different dies. And they come in graduating styles from very large to very small. Then you have some square ones and an oblong. So this is very versatile. You can use this on masculine cards. It doesn't have that fancy scallop like our color and contour dies do. So I love that die set, and all of these greetings will fit into one of those. It also comes with the second stamp set, which is the painted lavender. So these are all flowers or stems, leaves, and then they have a couple of little butterflies. And I love lavender. I think it's so pretty, and I love the scent of it. And those of you that like purple, you will absolutely love the paper. So here are the dies for the painted lavender. So you can cut out this leaf with this die. You have the little flowers here that you can die cut, the butterflies. So this is going to be a really nice set. And you could make it masculine because you wouldn't have to use feminine colors. You could use like the natural tone colors for that. So you do get both of the stamp sets, both of the die sets in this mega suite. Oh my gosh, have you ever seen anything so pretty? I love these purple fine shimmer gems is what they're called. Look at how pretty those are. You have a light purple, a darker purple, and I believe this is berry burst. And they're small and large, and they're more of the flat ones. I mean, they do have a raised up, so they might cost you extra postage, but oh, these are going to make these cards just really stand out and be a wow card. The other thing that I just absolutely loved about this suite when I seen it was that it comes with these die cut butterflies. If I can get them out of the package, I'll never get them back in. But you have 3 large butterflies and then 2 smaller butterflies. And I had an aunt, and butterflies remind me of her. Aunt Dorothy was my fun aunt. Her family always would come down on Thanksgiving every year when I was, well, after I was married and I had my children. It became a tradition, and they would come down on Thanksgiving. The ladies would be cooking, and the men would be over at the hotel with all of the children swimming. Then we would call them when it was time to eat. And after we ate, we got to have Christmas. So that was always fun. So I am sorry about the coloration, and it's got to be my light. Let me see if I can change my lighting here and not have it quite so greenish. But this has a very light, I almost call it like a crumb cake colored background. So that's one side of the designer series paper that you get with this suite. And then you have this side that is just like the leaves. So you could use that for the masculine cards. Purple, I love this purple. And then you have this side. You have this, which I believe is Pretty Peacock, I believe. And then you have this paper here. This to me is like the Queen Anne's lace. So I love Queen Anne's lace too, even though it's a weed, but it's a pretty weed. Then you have the check on one side, and it's got some darker spots in it that looks like it's kind of like a fabric. I think it's fabric that, you know, you'd have the little stitching. And then you have this side here. This has got some outlines of some of the flowers on it. So you could cut flowers out of this. And then it has small flower stems that just go across the whole sheet. This one I like, and it could be used for a masculine card because it does have the greens in it, and it's got that beige colored background. And then on the back side of that, it's got some more flowers. So no matter what style you do in your cards, this paper pack is beautiful, and it can be used for masculine or feminine cards, depending on the side of the paper that you want to use. So this is one of the mega suites that will be offered, and I love it. I cannot wait to start playing with it. Okay, now the next set that I want to show you. Oh my gosh. If you like hot air balloons, you are going to love this set. This is a set of hot air balloons. They come in different shapes. It's got some really nice greetings on here. Hang in there, wish big. Up, up, and away. Hooray, it's your birthday. And just a note to lift you up. How many times do we have a friend that is just kind of feeling down and, oh, I don't know, they just need a pick-me-up card? So, and this is a photopolymer, so you can be able to see where you're going to be stamping at. It also comes with the matching dies for the hot air balloon. One thing that I really liked that Stampin' Up! Has started doing, and that is naming the stamp set the same as the dies. That really helps me know what dies I have. And so here are the dies. So you've got little clouds, and you've got a heart, you've got the bases for the hot air balloons. So this is going to be very fun to play with. And this isn't just for children or babies. It can be used for, you want to cut out a blue hot air balloon. You cut it out and it can be given to a man or a boy. I love this baker's twine. So it comes with the lemon lolly and the flirty flamingo, and I believe this is balmy blue. So you get all three of those spools, and I believe there's 10 yards on each one of those spools. So that's 30 yards that will make lots of different cards. It also has these really, really pretty, these are called the rainbow adhesive backed dots. These remind me of those, and I'm aging myself here, but we used to be able to get this dot candy, and it was on this long strip of like a wax paper type thing, and they came in all different colors. And so that's what this reminds me of, is that candy that we used to get when I was a kid. The paper is just so cute, and it's fresh, and it's got pastels in it for the springtime. I love it. So you have a stripe on one side and hot air balloons on the other. You have a polka dot and then clouds. You have just like a chevron type pattern and then yellow stripes. I love this paper is just so pretty. Then you have some blue with some little flowers, and then you have purple that has some scallops on it. Here's some bigger scallops. And then you have some more, these are little triangles. Then you have some blue, and then some diagonal stripes. So this is a 6x6 paper pack. So you get 48 sheets. There's 6 different designs, and you get 8 sheets of paper in that for that suite. Okay, now let me show you, because it's on top. We're also going to have our celebration brochure. So that means you get to earn free products when you reach a $50 order or a $100 order. And this is a $100 gift that you can choose, and it's called Softly Sophisticated. So it's got some little tiny flowers with their stems. I really appreciate you. You're in my thoughts. Hello there. And then some larger flowers for this leafy stem. So that's really a cool free set. But you also get this really cool looking embossing folder. Can you see that design on there? I just love that. It can be masculine, it can be feminine. So don't just keep it with feminine florals. You can do masculine cards with that. So that is a $100 order that you can get that for free. Now let me show you the free paper that you can get that kind of coordinates with that. It is called the Softly Stippled. And this paper coordinates with the Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, Pebbled Path, Pool Party, and Wild Wheat. So by those colors, you can kind of tell that there's going to be some masculine paper in here as well. So here is your back side that's got like paint texture. And then you have these beautiful flowers. This kind of reminds me of the desert flowers. So I really liked that. This is just a pattern that you can see. It's got some darker lines in it to give you that dimension. And then it has some calypso coral roses. So that's very pretty. This reminds me of a linen type paper. It's got little lines through it. Don't know if it shows up real well on your end, but it is very pretty. And this is the pool party. And on the back side of that, that's just the wild wheat that's just got some leaves and stems on it. So that could be used for a masculine card. Here's some more calypso coral that has that painted texture to it. And on the back side of it, it's got the pebbled path roses. This is Pool Party that has little white flowers on it. And on the back of that, that's wild wheat. And this looks kind of like it's a woven pattern. So it could be used for a masculine card. And if you use it with that embossing folder, that would really be pretty. So you can get this pack of paper for free with a $50 order. This is your wild wheat that has that painted texture on it. And then on the other side, it has the Pool Party and the wild wheat flowers. And in the background, it looks like it's got some of the pebbled path, just little dots on it. So that's a gift that you can earn with a $50 order. I'm going to drink me a little sip of coffee here. Okay. I'm going to show you now. This is a standalone stamp set, and it's called Planted Paradise. Everybody that attended on stage virtually, we got one of these in our order. So there's different pots in here that you can do. You can very easily cut these leaves out if you want to. These are reversibles. I keep wanting to say distinctive, and it's not. It's reversibles. So when you see this gray one, that means you can stamp the back side of the stamp and then overlay it with the detailed stamp. So all of these are all of that kind of stamp. It's a reversible stamp. So that's kind of fun because you can do it in one color and then do the top of it in another color. So that's kind of cool. So that's a standalone stamp. Our next suite of products that I want to show you is so darling, and it is our Valentine one. So it is called Be Mine, and it comes with a punch along with the stamp set, paper, and some really cute embellishments. So here's the embellishments. They're little hearts and flowers, and they're flat. They're more of the little flat kind. So I really think those are darling. I just can't wait to use this. It also comes with a spool of Poppy Parade that has white edging on it. And this is an 1/8 of an inch. I believe it's an 1/8 of an inch. I'll double check. Yep, 1/8 of an inch. So it's very soft. So it's easy to tie your ribbons. So that is a whole spool of that you get with this suite. You get this stamp set. Isn't this cute? So you can stamp bumblebees. So here's the body, and there's the black lines, or you could make them any color that you wanted to. Some little flowers, the heart, and this open heart actually is the wings. So when you punch this out after you've stamped it, that's the wing to your bee that you've stamped. You have some faces that you can put on your bee. You've got the little bee, I always forget what it's called, but it's like the flight pattern. And then it's got Be Mine, I love you no matter what. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you. You make my heart buzz. You'll always be the one for me, and you're as sweet as honey, because it does come with a honeycomb stamp as well. And these are photopolymer, so it's very easy to see where you need to stamp for that extra layer. And it does have the punch, so it does have, this is the body of the bee, and then this is the heart that you use for the wings, and then you have another little heart that you can use. So that, and you can buy these two just as the bundle if you want to. You can buy any of these things individually if you don't want to purchase the whole suite. All right, so these, you get a package of, I believe, 10, yes, 10 square envelope boxes, and they're very easy to close up. You just kind of push them in after you've moved your score lines around. It already comes with the pre-adhesive on it, and then you have little pillow boxes that you can use for little treat boxes. So these would be nice if you were going to have a little Valentine get together with some of your friends, and you could put little things in here. This is a pretty good sized box, so it's going to hold, you know, quite a bit of little things that you wanted to. You could just fill it with Hershey Kisses if you wanted to. And it does have the pre-adhesive stickers on it, so that makes it nice. You don't have to worry about trying to get that tape or glue stuck down to that. I love this paper. This is such cute paper. This is kind of like the beehive paper, and then on the other side it's got the little bees with flowers. Here's some Poppy Parade with some little white flowers on it, and some more bees. Tiny hearts that are in Poppy Parade, and some more bees. And these don't have to be just for Valentine's Day. These could be get well cards or just checking up on you cards. They could be anything. And so here's kind of like the flight pattern, and this is on a Poppy Parade sheet. And these jars, oh my gosh, these jars are so cute for honey jars, and they're easy to cut out, so you don't have to worry about just using this whole sheet. You can just cut out these jars, and you could cut out several of them and stack them up. You have some yellow check paper on one side and some bigger bees on the other. Here you have some striped paper, and then some more little flowers that you can use. So I'm anxious. I mean, these products are so springy. I guess I'm a little bit tired of Christmas cards. I don't know, because I've been making Christmas cards for a couple months now. Let me show you a couple more paper packs that you can earn for free with a $50 purchase. I forgot to mention to you that the one paper pack here, this is a $50 purchase, whereas the stamp and the embossing folder is a $100 purchase. Okay, so this is a paper pack, and it's called Flight and Airy. Can we guess what might be on this pack of paper? We have the beautiful purples, fresh freesia paper, and then we have these beautiful birds on the other side. Looks like I've got them turned upside down. And I'm not much of a bird paper person. I do love to watch the birds that we have come into our yard. But as far as using paper for birds or stamping birds, that's not usually me, but I love these birds. And this has just got some flowers on it, and then some more birds. Turning them the wrong direction. So you do get 12 sheets, so you get 2 pieces of each paper, and this has got that blue, so that's really pretty. I love how they do this. And then some more birds that are upside down. And the colors on this is just, I don't know, I just really like the colors with this paper. This is the Lost Lagoon, and it's just leaves. And then you have the birds. And these would not be that hard to just kind of fussy cut around an area, or take a circle punch or one of the other kind of punches that we have, or the die cuts, and die cut one of these birds with the flowers together. Then we have this, which is the copper clay. And then we have the birds with the branches. And again, you could just make a focal point using a circle die or a square die, and just die cut out your focal point out of this bird paper. Here's some more flowers, and they're really not going in any one direction, so it's like a non-directional. I mean, I guess you could call it directional, but I could use it in either direction. And then we have great big birds that, again, you could make it a focal point. You could fussy cut them out. They're not hard. If I can fussy cut them, anybody can fussy cut them. So let's see what paper coordinates with this set. We have boho blue, bubble bath, calypso coral, crumb cake, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, fresh freesia, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, pecan pie, and soft sea foam. I was wrong on a couple of my colors, but that's okay. It's still kind of early in the morning, and I've only got a couple of cups of coffee. So that's a pack that you can earn free with a $50 purchase. Now wait for it. Wait for it. Can you guess what we might have for sale in our mini catalog? I'm going to give you a hint. This paper pack is called Trusty Toolbox, and it goes with basic black, copper clay, crushed curry, gray granite, lost lagoon, and poppy parade. So let's see what kind of paper we have. And give me a guess in the comments if you kind of think what maybe a stamp or a die that we might have coming up in our mini catalog for January through April. So here is some of the graph paper. And then on the other side, it's got tools. I love these big tools because these are not hard to fussy cut. So that will be easy to fussy cut out. Here is Poppy Parade with some white screwdrivers on it. So that's going to make a cute card background. We have the crushed curry with the crossed hammers. So that's going to make a really cool background. I love it. Sometimes masculine cards are so hard to design and make. And I forgot to show you, on the back side of my screwdrivers is that gray granite that has that textured looking paper. And then on the back of our hammers, we have the little nuts and bolts and screws, I guess, just the little tops of them. This reminds me of a toolbox. Don't ask me why. My late husband was a mechanic, and so he had snap-on tools, and he had a toolbox. And this just kind of reminds me how the front of his toolbox looked with the little drawers that he had to pull out. And on the back of this, it's the Lost Lagoon, and it has the nuts and bolts with it. So that's kind of different for our masculine cards. Here is, or you know what? If you know a woman that's really handy with tools, she would probably like this paper too. Here's our ruler. So this is the crushed curry with the ruler. And then on the back of it is the copper clay. And this reminds me of a pegboard where you would stick and hang up tools. So I can't wait to experiment with some of these papers and see what I can come up with for you. Here's the back side. This is the Lost Lagoon, and it's kind of got a textured look to it. And we have more tools, different tools, and we can cut these tools out. We have a level, we have a pencil, a clamp, the rotary saws. So have you guessed what kind of a stamp set we might be having in our mini catalog? I can't wait to see what your answers are. This is another pack that is free with a $50 purchase. So if you were to purchase the bundle that matches this paper, then you would be able to get this pack of paper for free. Okay, so remember, if you like this paper, because in my estimation, the paper works so well with the stamp and the dies that you might want to get 2 packs of this. All right, so that is what I have to show you today. Let's bring in some of my favorite things. So I love the free paper that's offered in the Sale-A-Bration catalog. I love the tool paper. I love this bird flight paper. There really isn't, I mean, I love all 3 of these free papers that you can get from Sale-A-Bration. And then, of course, this wonderful, softly sophisticated stamp set and the embossing folder. It would be a hard choice for me to choose which one of my suites I like best, because I do love the hot air balloon. I love the paper and the embellishments and the twine that go with that. And then for the perennial, perennial lavender suite, I love the paper and that, the stamps and the dies and these butterflies. They just remind me of my aunt so much. And then, of course, those gems are so pretty. And then the Be Mine suite. I have already got some ideas on how I'm going to make some Valentines for my grandkids. So I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. If you're watching this the day of Thanksgiving, thank you very much for joining me on this recorded video. You can find me out on YouTube with my YouTube channel, Suzie Q Stamping. Hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out. Hit the subscribe button, which is right below the video. And that helps me out. So the more people I have subscribing to my videos, the more that they get shown. So I'd appreciate that. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you had for Thanksgiving dinner today. My husband's fixing the pot pie, and I can't wait because I love his turkey pot pie. And then, of course, we're having pumpkin pie, and my mom always makes apple salad. So we're going to have a nice dinner. We're going to wait and eat after my son-in-law gets off of work this afternoon. So I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous, happy Thanksgiving. Be thankful for what you have. There's so many people in this world now that don't have anything. And I know that I have to be more grateful for what I do have. And I am so, so grateful for all of my viewers, all of my customers, all of my subscribers to my blog. So thank you so much for watching today. And you all have a very happy Thanksgiving.